newcomers found themselves in a unique spot. The upstarts visiting Inter a point ahead of their legendary hosts in the standings. Sure, the teams have only played one game each, but hey, when you're the new guy on the block, you got to build on the positives. They would try to do that on Saturday. Adriano of Inter, 17 goals in those last 14 games in all competition. Getting ready, Palermo's Luca Toni, top scorer in Serie B last season. And Luca appears to get the visitors on the board in the 18th. A lovely through ball, sending him in. And he beats Toldo, but the play, you guessed it, called offside. Linesman ultimately making the right call on a very, very close play. And so this one remains scoreless, in fact goalless, into the second half. But it would not take long in period number 2 for a goal to come around. In fact, how about 26 seconds from the restart? Inter breaking through. Verón wide to Zé Maria, and he finds Adriano. 1-0 Inter in the 46th. The young man is a scoring machine. Zé Maria with the ideal ball for the big Brazilian, and he's got 18 in his last 15 starts in all competitions. Adriano simply out-jumping the defense and putting his team out in front. You see it from a few angles. Great stuff. Later, Adriano in the thick of it again. This time, Edgar David sets him up. Adriano will be stopped by Guadalban on the first effort. The rebound, though, is not stopped. It's fired high. That opens the door for Palermo, and the underdogs take the inch and barge their way in. Zauli takes the throw in and then takes it to the goal. Spoon-feeding Toni, and Luca ties it at 2 for Palermo in the 66th, or at least ties it up for Palermo in the 66th. 10,000 Sicilians making the trip for the match. There's a few of them, and they go wild as Toni strikes again. Great effort from Zauli, and the easy finish for the smart finishing Toni. 9 minutes from full time, though. The visitors cut to 10 men. Giuseppe Biava taken down, or at least takes down Martins at the top of the area, and the referee says, "You got to go, my friend." Red is shown. On the ensuing free kick, Adriano blasted right through the wall, but Guadalban makes a good save. It was right at him, but there wasn't a big rebound, and that was critical because this one, well, it's going to end in a 1-1 tie. And there's the final whistle. Big point for the upstarts, while Inter starts the season with a pair of draws. And the only other game in the Serie, then blanking Ajax in Champions League play midweek. Sunday, the turn-based bunch were out to cap things off in style with a home win over Atalanta, a promoted side out to make a name for themselves. Juve newcomers Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored in his Serie A debut last week and would love another, as would fellow Week 1 scorer David Trezeguet. And 14 minutes after kickoff, one of them does hit the score sheet. Zambrotta taking it on the left and putting it inside to Trezeguet. Tiabi has trouble with it, and Trezeguet does not. 1-0 to Juve. Zambrotta putting it where Trezeguet could get to it and where Tiabi cannot corral it. Make it 2 in 2 league games this season for the Frenchman. Tiabi wanting a foul called, but he wouldn't get it, and Juventus has themselves a lead. Late on in the half, nearly a 2-goal edge as Oliveira's free kick to Nedved forces Tiabi to make a great reaction save. Nedved furious he wasn't able to get that one past the Atalanta keeper. Still 1-0 Juve in the second half, and the hosts count another. Nedved to Ibrahimovic. He sees it go off a defender right to Trezeguet. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. 2-0 Juventus. Trezeguet with his second of the match. Juve on course for 3 points. Poor defending by the visitors, making it so. And in the 90th, Atalanta pushes to spoil Buffon's shutout bid. But you know what? They can't. Bazzini with the initial shot, Buffon the save. He has to scramble to finally settle things down, but he does so. Buffon and Juve able to win this one by a 2-0 final score. We get another look at it here. Buffon the save, then a little bit of a juggling effort, but he settles things down, and Juve comes away winners from this match. Udinese hosting Parma now, and the home team gets an early jump on the visitors thanks to a glaring error at the back. Parma keeper Sebastian Frey rushing out to play the ball, but the defender knocks it away. Right to Di Natale. He scores his first for Udinese, hence the celebration. Pressure creating confusion, confusion creating the clear-cut scoring chance, and in the 29th, Parma goes to 10 men when Bonera is red-carded. But it would stay 1-0 for about an hour until Udinese gets a golden opportunity to grow their lead. Pizarro takes the ball to the box, tripped up by Grella, and the penalty is given. Parma will try and plead their case, but to no positive effect, and you see Jankulovski cashing in. Udinese looking good for the 3 points now, and they'll look even better just minutes later. The deep ball finding David DiMichele. David chips Frey, and it is a 3-goal lead for the hosts. Couple of things worth taking another look at on this one. First was the play onside. You got a look at it there. Yep, great timing on the break by DiMichele. Second, did the ball cross the line? Tough to tell from this angle, but the referee says it did, and that's good enough for me. He's a lot closer to it than I am. Finally, in time added on, Udinese grabs another. Pizarro to Yankolowski. Merrick gives it off to Dino Fava. He manages to push it past Frey. Nothing going Parma's way on the day. Yankolowski cutting it back nicely for Fava. He whacks it in as he's falling, manages to get just enough on it to extend it to 4-0, and that completes the scoring on a great night for Udinese and a miserable one for Parma.
In less than 33 titles in